Hi guys, I hope everyone's doing well. It's Saturday morning as I'm filming this right now, so hopefully everyone is having a good day whenever you're happening to watch this. But I just wanted to make a rambly, kind of random video just showing a couple of new things and also talking through daily pages and how I can't decide what book to do daily pages in, and I really don't have an answer, and I just wanted to show you kind of what I've been like thinking about and doing. So I'll show those in a second, but I also thought that we could do a flip through of some of my Hobonichi daily pages from June. I never flipped through June. I don't even know if I did May, but we'll just do June. And I guess this video will kind of be all about daily pages and daily like journaling and task lists and things like that. So, I also wanted to show that Gail made me this beautiful pen roll, and it has room for 6 pens. And it's so beautiful. So thank you so much again, Gail. I love it. I love the patterns that you chose, and it's just so me and so perfect. So I have 2 little pens in there right now that I was keeping on my desk, and I just like had it like this so I could see both. So cute. So thank you so much, Gail. I love it so much. Okay, yes. All right, so let's just do a flip through of June pages. So as for daily pages, what I do in my Hobonichi is strictly memory keeping on my daily pages. I don't do any functional planning. I don't do any task lists. I don't really take notes on here. Like if I was on a phone call, I wouldn't be taking notes in here. I strictly do memory keeping in here, and that's the way that I like it. I have in the past tried to do both, where I am, having like a schedule on the side or a task list on the side and then journaling on this side. And I just felt like for me, that wasn't the way that felt most natural to use these. So I generally go in here at the end of the day or even the next morning and will journal about my day. And I, as you can see, love to print out pictures and use lots of stickers. My Baxter got groomed and he just looks so cute afterwards. It was like such a transformation. My daughter went to Cancun and she was sending me pictures. She went with her dad, and she sent me a bunch of pictures. And then Cat Collage Club had like a beach or like tropical themed stickers this month. And so I thought those were perfect. And so I just put the pictures that she was sending me in there. As you can see, I'll like swatch inks in here. I got Happy Mail from Lydia of February and June, and I put her note in here, which I loved. And then mainly the stickers that I decorate with are Cat Collage Club or like images that I find on Pinterest. My lettering is very not great, but that's generally how I do like titles and stuff. So yeah, this is some Coffee Monsters Co. washi. And yeah, so this is how I do my daily pages. But in that, there's not much, obviously there's no room in here for task lists, which I do like to have a daily task list. For a while last year, I was doing all my task writing in like the weekly pages. And so I wasn't doing a daily task list for a very long time because of that. However, I started to feel like it was like really, really cluttered when I did it like that. So I wanted to do less of that and more just like keeping it on a separate page, which will take us to the daily task list books that I am using right now and trying to figure out which one I want to use. But yeah, I just thought I've been getting a lot of images from Pinterest, like just things that I like, and just sticking them in here like this. I would love my bedroom to look like that. I think that is so me and cute and happy and fun. I got these little Deco Rush tapes at Barnes & Noble with my sister. And Barnes & Noble is really upping their stationery game, I have to say. They have so many more kind of like Hobonichi style. Like they actually have Hobonichi covers. They have other covers that are like Hobonichi covers. They have like these Deco Rush tapes. They have some of the Kitta, Kitta little washi strips. They actually have like Blackwing pencils. They have Lamy Safari kits with like the pen and like a different, like 5 different color ink cartridges. So they just have a lot of stuff now, and I'm so impressed and proud of them. But at the same time, like their stuff is so expensive. Like they have the mild liner sets, and they're like double the price of wherever else I've seen them. So it kind of stinks because I would like to support them having it so that they start to carry more things, but it's just like way too expensive. Yeah, I got this photo paper for the printer. But it's kind of thick, but I have just been printing out like some of my pictures on there so that I don't have to waste sticker paper on that when I can just, you know, use my tape runner. So that was like food and that was my Happy Mail day. But yes, I love, love, love all the Cat Collage Club stickers. This I got off of Teams, like Teams for work. They have like all these cute little character stickers. And so I printed out a bunch of those on sticker paper. But yeah, that is how my Hobonichi cousin daily pages are going. And I really love using them this way. I don't foresee this changing anytime soon. But again, I want like daily pages. And I'm so conflicted between these 3 types of daily pages. So first is the Pen and Gear notebook. And the reason that I love this is because it's cheap. Like they're, I think $1 something now at Walmart. I love decorating the cover. It's just very unserious. It's very low stakes. It's, you know, like I don't feel any type of way about putting anything in here. I just use whatever stickers I want, whatever pen I want. It takes fountain pens. I write whatever I want down. It does not have to be aesthetic. The only reason that I use stickers is because I like stickers and they just make me happy, but I'm not like trying to like make it super aesthetic. I just, it makes it more fun for me to have stickers in here. So I love that about this. What I don't love about it is that, I don't know, it just feels, it's not the feeling that I want to have in a book. I don't know how to explain it. It's really all about the vibe for me, which is making it very hard for me to decide between the 3 of these. Like, I don't really feel like I want to micro journal in here, but I do want to be able to do that in my daily book. It may be because the page feels small and I don't really like to go more than 1 page per day for some reason. I don't know why. That makes no sense, but yeah, I'm not sure. So this one is totally functional. I could completely use this and it would work perfectly, but I don't know, something about the way it feels to me is just not what I'm wanting, I guess. And then we have the plotter, which I love this plotter. Look at how nice it's patinaing. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's definitely getting marks. It's like it got creased right here where the band goes, which is interesting. I haven't really seen that on anybody else's. It feels a lot smoother and softer. It's getting like a lot of scratches on the back especially, but I just love it. I love the way that leather patinas, and yeah. So we'll just do a quick little flip through of this. This is from a Patreon, and what is her name? Cheyenne Barton. So I printed that on the photo paper and I was gonna punch it in here, but I still have the same things, the pictures, the yearly overview calendar, sticky notes, a little dashboard, my workout tracker, some finance stuff. This was another image from Pinterest that I printed out. It just looks really summery and fresh. And then I still have my monthly calendars in here. And I only have 3 months in here. And then I have my 2026 lineup thoughts, which I don't know what I'm thinking anymore, but those were just some thoughts. I had some financial stuff, and then I just have some blank paper. I love this plotter paper. Like, I want to get an A5 book of this paper and just use it as like a journal. It's perfect paper for fountain pens. It's thin. I love it. I love it so much. It's my favorite. I've had this like verses card. It has like a bunch of different verses, like the Lord's Prayer, Psalm 23, Micah 6:8. It's like a trifold, so there's a bunch of verses in here. But I've had this like floating around, and so I thought I want to put it in here. So I just added this little envelope thing. This image printed out on Tomoe River paper. And then I took out the weeklies from an old Aura Estelle Weeks planner. And it was taller, so I had to cut down the top. And then I obviously just redated it. But I've been using that for my weeklies, and I really like it a lot. Like, this style of weekly where they're kind of like 2 per row is my favorite. I don't really like the horizontal ones, but that's all Plotter makes. So that's probably what I'm going to use next year. But anyways, I've just really been enjoying that. So I cut out a few weeks of that, and I've been using that just for my weekly kind of on the go, because I still am using the Hobonichi Cousin weekly. So this is kind of duplicating it, but this is my wallet and my like out of the house planner. So that's next week. And then, okay, so here are the daily lists that I've been doing in here. I just have it on the Plotter lined paper, which again, I did an ink swatch, and yeah, you can see a little bit of ghosting, but it's not bad. And I just love this paper so much. Anyways, so here is more like bullet journal style as the day goes. And I just put however many days on a page I can fit, just decorating it with whatever random stickers I have on hand. And I like this as well. Like, I really like this. For me, this is like the grown-up version of me that's like very, you know, professional with her leather binder and has her life together, and she has her daily list in here. I really like it. But the thing is, I also really love the feeling of like a book-bound book. Oh, I am forgetting one. Let me grab it really quick. So with that, I can't really keep like a bunch of pages in here because the rings are so small. So I would have to pretty consistently be archiving these. And I did get this little binder thing from Amazon. It has just like flexible front covers. It's cute. Like, I like the look of it. But this is my Plotter archive. So all my past weeklies so far are in here. So I could definitely just archive these lists. And honestly, these lists are not something that I really need to keep because they're not really providing any information. It's really just like a log of my daily life. So I don't need them, but I would like to be able to keep them. And for me, just rings feels kind of wild in that I don't feel like it's easy to keep them together in a way that is going to be long lasting in an archival purpose. I don't know. That doesn't really make sense, because if I'm keeping it in here, it would be just as good as being in a book bound. But that's just how I feel. I don't know. So yeah, I just have several pages in there. I can probably keep 10 pages in here before I need to swap it out. But yeah, I like being able to like go back through a book and like see all my previous pages. So for me, like, I want this to be the way and the thing so badly, but it just doesn't feel as like homey and nostalgic to me as far as a daily list goes. But I do still like it for on the go, obviously, like for grocery lists and things like that. This is what I take into the grocery store, because back here are all my cards in this like pocket thing. So yeah, this is what I take into the store every time I go in. And then I also have my last month and this month currently inked in there. So I think for like grocery shopping lists or notes while I'm out, or if I have a to-do list of places I need to go, errands I need to run, this would be perfect. But I just don't know if it's going to be the place for me where I want to have my daily list. But I genuinely love this plotter so much. And it's not it doesn't feel overstuffed. It feels nice, and it works really well for what I'm using it for. So yeah, I do love that one. So that was another option. Then I have this Moleskine Expanded, which is really old. Actually, I got this a couple years ago, but the paper is so bad. It doesn't even take like some kinds of gel pen. It doesn't really take highlighter very well. The only thing I can use in here are basically the Sarasa Vintage. Those work fine in here, which I do really like those, so that's fine. And then it takes these as well, these Rytech pens, but these do bleed through more than the Sarasa, which is why I'm only writing on one side of the page, which is fine by me. But this I really like because I just love the feel of like the Moleskine Expanded. I love the size of an A5 Slim, and I love how like bendy it is and flexible. I don't know, there's just something about this book that I really love. And the reason that I was playing with the Moleskine Expanded rather than the Daily Moleskine Large, because I do have one of those, is that I want to be able to use more than one page if I want to, but generally I pretty much stick to one page per day. Something in my brain is like, don't take up more than one page per day. I don't know why. Especially because it's just kind of like a daily planner type thing rather than a journal. Obviously in a journal I wouldn't care, but I don't know. My brain is just like so many arbitrary rules that make no sense. But anyhow, I've been playing with this for a couple days. This was yesterday. This is today. And I really like this. I just really like this. Like a to-do list, the verse of the day. I even put some notes in here for work because I was working from the couch because my back is killing me again. And anyways, it's just more comfortable for me than to sit in the desk chair. So I was like, I'd rather not get up and like get my work notebook. So I just put a couple things in there. And then I just put like a little blurb of like soft launching a test in this Moleskine I had laying around. I've been craving a bullet journal, but it really doesn't fit into my current lineup because it doesn't. I don't need more than the Hobonichi and the plotter. But I'm also thinking like, could I use this for next year? I don't know. And then today I just have a to-do list, but also I feel like in here I can do more of like a daily log. Like I was up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., and 6 a.m. before I finally got up. And I feel like that's not something I need to write on a to-do list, but I kind of like the idea of having a daily log in here so that when I go into my Hobonichi to do my daily like journaling, I can remember like, oh yeah, because I have a really bad memory. Like I swear I don't remember what I did yesterday. So I like this because the page is big enough to do kind of a log like that and to do a little journaling or to write down just random thoughts that I wouldn't necessarily write down in my journal. And then that's the verse of the day as well. I received a new book today, which I'll just show you these. The Journal Diaries, Stephanie is her name. I love her channel so much. I love the way she decorates her books, but I also love her book recommendations. She recommended this author, Alexandra Johnson. So she has several books on journaling. Ouch, I just dropped a planner on myself. And I found all of them used and they were all really cheap. So I bought them. And there's 3. So we have The Hidden Writer, which is Diaries and the Creative Life. And this is going through the diaries of 7 women that kept journals. So Marjorie Fleming, Sonia Tolstoy, Alice James, Catherine Mansfield, Virginia Woolf, Anais Nin, and May Sarton. And I just got it in the mail today, so I haven't read it yet, but I am very excited to get into this. She speaks more about these on her channel, so you can go find those there. But the other one is Leaving a Trace, and this is on keeping a journal. And in this one, it says, identifying 10 key patterns hidden in all journals. Johnson offers a way to find the story underneath the surface of the recorded fact. She will show you how to play detective to your days, find the through line in your life, and frame these stories for journals, family chronicles, or memoirs. And this one looks really cool as well. So I think this is more like a has like exercises and things to do in here. And then the last one is A Brief History of Diaries from Pepis to Blogs. I don't know if I'm saying that word correctly, but this is what it sounds like. It's a history of diaries and kind of how they have evolved throughout the time that we have, you know, recorded knowledge of them. And this is a really short one. So I think I actually did already start this one, but I'm only on page 11. So I'm going to start with this one first, and then I'll probably do this one and then this one. But I am very excited about those. And then the other book, while I'm here, just totally on a rabbit trail. She also talked about this, but Claire from online also has talked about this book. And it is so good, actually. Like, so Suleika Jawad, I don't know how to say that name. I'm so sorry. She has an autobiography book, and then she wrote this book about journaling. And its byline is A Creative Practice for an Inspired Life. And it's very unique the way that it's set up. The introduction itself was so interesting, and I just love her style of writing. And yeah, I definitely want to read her autobiography after this. But each chapter has, you know, it's like an essay, I guess, on journaling. And then at the end of the chapter, she gives you a prompt. So, and it's by several different people. So it's not just her writing. Like this first one is Dani Shapiro. So she wrote about her thoughts on journaling, and then the prompt is at the bottom here. And they're interesting prompts. Like if you like to have journal prompts, I would definitely recommend this book because they're not hard. They're interesting. Like the writing itself, the essays themselves before the prompts are really beautiful from what I've seen. They're short. It doesn't take a lot of time. So if you're like struggling with your journaling practice, which I usually am, this is a really easy way to get into it and warm up your creative juices. And it also just like has reframed my thinking about journaling already. Yeah, I really recommend this book if you are into that kind of thing. Back to this. I don't even know. Oh yeah, because I put that I received that book. So yeah, I think that this is my favorite, but we have one more to look through. But I just love the feeling of this book. I love the size of it. I love that for me, for some reason, the structure of this page makes me feel like I can be a little bit more creative and I can add things in here besides just a to-do list. So it just feels more creatively like exciting to me to be in this book. And I also really like that I do not feel precious in any way about this book because the paper sucks and I can't use my favorite pens in it. Like I can use pens that I like, that's fine. But I can't use like my fountain pens and stuff. So it's like, I don't feel bad about writing on only one side. I won't feel bad about using up a lot of the pages. Like I've literally had this sitting on a shelf for a couple of years. So to use it up to me is like no big deal. Okay. And then the last one is the Moleskine Daily baby size, pocket size. And I've had this one, I think I bought it like midway through 2024 when it was on like a big sale. And originally I started using it, was it September? Maybe the end of August. Yeah. Cause I did start using it like on the actual day. And I had no idea what I was going to use this for either, but I love this one as well. There's something about the way that this feels. There's something about these Moleskines. I don't know what it is. This also has crappy paper, so I could also only use the Sarasas in here. But I love the book so much that I almost don't care. And you guys know that I like really want to write with my fountain pens all the time. But yeah, I don't know. There's something about this. I love the little chunkiness of it. I love the way it feels in the hand. So yeah, at first I would just write to-dos. I would write the daily Bible verse on the Bible app. I wrote notes about like what inks I wanted to order. I loved decorating this with stickers and pictures. So yeah, I was mostly using this as my daily to-do list. I wrote a list of favorite fall inks. Yeah. I just love this little book so much. And then for some reason, I stopped using it. I think I was like getting into the Traveler's Notebook. These are Erin Ware stickers, by the way, from her Patreon. I think I was getting into the TN at the time when I stopped using this. And so that's the only reason why I stopped. There was nothing like wrong with this that made me think I don't want to use it anymore. Oh, so cute. I love flipping through these pages. I just love everything about it. Yeah, look how bad that fountain pen bled through. So it looks like I stopped using it at the end of October. And then I picked it up again in January of this year. And I was like, I'm going to use it again. So I had more to-do list here. What I like about this is I like the timeline on this side. For some reason, this timeline in particular works for me. And I like writing like around the time that I'm going to do things. And then like my to-do lists kind of interspersed throughout there. I have a little grocery list there. Yeah, for a while in January, I really wanted to like write down every little thing that I needed to do, from brushing my teeth to like taking my vitamins and things like that. I'm not sure why. But yeah, I really wanted a space to just write that for a while. I think I was feeling very like anxious and not grounded. So that's, I think, what was going on with me then. But what a day. I used this for a little bit, and it looks like I stopped at the end of January. So I only used that for a couple weeks. So I do have like all these pages of the dates that we're actually on available and free until August. So if I wanted to, I could use up these pages. I could even go back and backdate, but for these, like the dated pages here, I really want to like stick to that date. So that's something about me, that if there's a date on the page, I want to be using it in accordance with that date. I don't even like having to like change the day of the week up here. Like, it bothers me. But anyways, I do really like this. I love the feel of this book. I think that it's perfect for a daily to-do list because it's just like the perfect size for that. But again, just like the pen and gear, there is not much room to do anything else. So to write like notes about the day or things like that, I don't think it's the best choice for that. But I also there's something about this, like my experience when I first used it, like adding the stickers and writing everything in here. I really, really, really loved it. So yeah, there's almost like a nostalgia here for me. So I don't know, but I think I'm leaning towards maybe just using this book for a while. I mean, it's not like I can't switch between the books. I absolutely can. I just need to make a decision. It's not that deep. I just thought that I would go through them and show them to you guys so that you could kind of see like how I use daily pages in different books. But yeah, I mean, I could use all of these. I could use this for a while and then move to this one and then move to this one and then go back to the plotter. Like, it doesn't really matter. But there's something in me that just wants to be settled and be like, this is what I'm using, and be committed to it. Like, I don't know. I can't give myself, it's hard for me to give myself the freedom to like move between books, especially for archival purposes, because I want to know that I can go and look back on these in like 5 years and everything will kind of be cohesive, but that's just not the way it's turned out to be. But nevertheless, I think that I am going to use this one for a while just because it is the most exciting to me, and I feel like I can do like mini journaling and stuff like that. And I just love the feel of this book. So I'll do that. I'll continue to use my plotter for my grocery lists, kind of errands lists and things like that. I still am keeping the weekly and the monthly updated for when I am out of the house, and so I can reference that. And it is my wallet. So this is still very much like functional for me. And that's the other thing. Rings to me feels super, super functional, whereas books feel like way more creative. I'm not sure why, because I've looked at what's her name? Brandy Kincaid. She has some highlights on her Instagram and also some like I guess they're private videos, but you can access them through her Instagram. But she has videos on YouTube that you have to access through her Instagram, where she does a lot of flip throughs of her plotters. And hers are so creative and they're so beautiful. Erin Ware too, like so beautiful and creative, like does not like stick to the strict like functional aspect of them, and I love them and I want that to be mine. But for me, in my head when I'm using it, it's like so functional. I don't know why. Same thing with the Traveler's Notebook. That's how I felt in there too. Don't know why, but anyways, so yeah, I'll be using this as my wallet and out and about. I'll be using this just in the house daily, kind of writing whatever I want. And then my cousin is memory keeping in the dailies, and then in the weeklies I do plan out my week ahead of the week. I do write down everything that I need to do for that week, places I need to go, my daughter's work schedule, and then I use that to fill in my plotter, and I come back in here throughout the week and write in things that I end up doing, you know, that I didn't know beforehand. So, and then the monthly is my main monthly planner, where I am really putting in all of my upcoming events, any appointments, any days off, things like that. This is what I'm using to do that. I need to decorate July. But yeah, so this is my main, and I think next year will continue to be my main. But yeah, so that's it. Kind of a pointless video, but I hope you enjoyed seeing a look into my books and daily pages. And I'd love to hear what you guys use. Do you have like a thing specifically for like daily task list? Do you incorporate it into your main planner? How do you go about it? I mean, I've been watching every Techo Kaigi that has been published, so I've seen a lot of those, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts as well. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.